President Barry Rassin asked us to be people of action and to be the inspiration. This club's continuing mission to teach youth to succeed through literacy, education, and life skills development is the inspiration that President Rassin asks of us, and the numerous My name is Jim Cole, and I thank you for giving me the honor and the privilege for serving as the 96th president of what is, after considering all others, the do every week at this time. Anyone who's on Facebook and has their phone, I encourage you to take it, open it, and in 1865, the United States House of Representatives passed the 13th. In 1988, Doug Williams got the last laugh when the first McDonald's opened in Moscow. Just so you know, in New Mexico, females may not appear unshaven in public. I don't even know what to say to that one. At this time, I would like to invite Francesca Gilbert up.
Thank you, President Jim. Good morning. Good afternoon. Before I begin, I'd just like to throw out a quick personal note. Really just such a great experience to stand in front of a room of people that share such common interests and common goals and ask for grace. And, you know, giving invocation's kind of easy. You just have to really think about what you're grateful for. You know, our health, our friends, our family, our club. Today, I'm personally grateful that I was only doing 45 in a 45 when I drove by the traffic cop. Hello, Mr. Officer. I'm also really grateful to be a member of this club, as it's given me the good fortune to have so many. I would like to ask you if you would please bow your heads in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today. Thank you for each mind and heart that fills the presence of this room. Thank you for the talents and abilities of our members and the time that is generously given. Comparison so that we may work together to make a greater impact. Hearts with love, inspire our will with courage, enrich our lives with service. Bless this meeting today and all those present, as well as the lives of those we will encounter afterward. Help us, Lord, to be a light of hope to those who are in need and serve as an example of your love and mercy. Amen.
We'll be singing God Bless America today. God bless America.
Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. Thank you. Please be seated. Our Sergeant at Arms today is Kim Yoni, and we are going to start with the introduction of Rotarians and guests of Rotarians. And I ask that, as we always do, we save all of our applause until the end. So, Kim, I believe we have two visitors from Germany with us today.
All right. Pleasure of having Tobias and Christian visiting us from Germany. We have a flag for them, and we'd ask them to say a couple of words.
Yes, hello. Thank you. My name is Christian. I'm from the Braunschweig club Heinrich der Löwe, which means Henry the Lion. He's the founder of Braunschweig, and I'm very happy to be here, so thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you for having me too. My name is Tobias. I'm from the same town, but a different club. It's called the Club Richmond. And Henry the Lion not only founded Braunschweig, but also Munich, where I was born. So there's a connection there. And we just visiting Vegas as good friends. And so we decided to join your club today and bring our warmest greetings from our home clubs.
Thank you and welcome.
Welcome. It's good to have you.
Okay, do we have other visiting Rotarians? Visiting Rotarians, if you could raise your hand, please. Seeing none, do we have Rotarians with guests today?
Visiting Rotarian? Oh, no, guests. Sorry. Guests, okay. We'll do guests. Okay.
So I do have Saul. Yes. He's actually a news writer from Philippine Times. So he's hopefully he's gonna advertise our car, the Cuisine and Octane car show. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Karen Wisenhunt, and I'm pleased to introduce our guest to the club, Paul Kellogg.
Welcome.
Hello, Kim. I'm pleased to announce my guest today, Heidi Lee, who is a development director for our Lee School of Business. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, I have two guests with me today. First, Rose Faloco. She was with me last week. She's here again this week, and she has been proposed for membership. And my
Welcome
other
back.
guest, stand up, Kevin, is Kevin Cloney, and he's a dear friend of mine. He has a hot air balloon business, and he's taking a look at us today.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to my guest who's joining me for lunch today, LaToya Johnson. She's from Gothic Landscape.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I guess I'm at the guest table over here. So I'm Randy Donald. I have with me today my friend Paul Maxwell as a guest. So thanks, Paul, for attending.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Rotarians and visiting Rotarians, guests of Rotarians, and everybody who came in today. I'm Rich Robledo, and today as my guest, I've got Joel Martinez.
Welcome.
New realtor with Acclaim Real Estate, one of the top brokerages in the valley. So if you need to buy or sell a home, please give Joel or myself a call.
Holy cow.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming down.
That, you are...
Joel, would you like to say something?
First of all, although you are just nothing but a visiting Rotarian, thanks for coming this quarter. You can consider yourself fine for that over-the-top promotion.
I think that deserves a double fine.
Good afternoon, Tom Thomas, and I have my son-in-law, Jake White, with me, and he's in insurance, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Welcome. Do we have any other guests of Rotarians with us today? Guests? Nope, seeing none. Okay, I'd like to introduce the head table. Seated directly in front of me is Andy Kuniyuki. Did I get that right? Yep. Okay. And our speaker is Anthony Ruiz, and his assistant is Amber Lopez Lassiter. My apologies. I'd like to thank, can you join me in the round of applause for all of our visitors and guests, please? I'd like to thank all of our Rotarians who helped today. The setup was Doug Grant and Stephen Linder, Sidra Kane, and Janet, my apologies, Kara Groh was our greeter today. Invocation was by Francesca Gilbert. Song leader was Carrie Groh. The teardown is Michael Williams and Stu Lipoff. And our sergeant at arms is Kim Yoni. Our photographer today is Jim Tucker. Tickets is Marie Walsh. All things technical are Kirk Holmes and Stu Lipoff. And Facebook, Adam Homey and Francesca Gilbert. At this time, could I lean on you, Kirk, for our video? Stu. So our polio pig, the Swiner, is making its rounds again today. Folks, we are really this close, honestly. And we've talked and looked at some of the videos. We're almost there to eradicating this disease. So please donate what you have in your pockets. Bill and Melinda Gates will be more than happy to match it 2-to-1. It is a fantastic program and something you'll be able to look back on and be super proud that you and all those other people that we saw in the that particular video, and all around the world, we're all working together to eradicate this disease from the planet. So keep going. At this time, I would like to bring Jim Tucker to the front for our annual Super Bowl pick, and I need to give him a card. Andy, could I have you just pull your answer for Super Bowl? My cousin's having a Super Bowl. Joker, what? It's a 2.
So every year we sell out our board, football board. It raises $2,500 for our foundation, and we have $2,500 in prizes. And so randomly changing. This is going to go through 10, and then I'll put in 2, and then Randy and Jim. There you are, Randy.
Thank you very much. Do you guys have those numbers off of the? Do we need to leave them up for you? For you guys? Sure. Okay. At this time, I'd like to invite past President Randy Campanelli to the front.
Foundation. I just want to emphasize to everybody that you need to remember that we have two foundations in our club. We have the International Foundation, which is the Paul Harris Fellow and Polio Plus. Now, your monthly contributions, however you pay it, that actually goes into the foundation, and then it goes right out at the end of the month. So those are restricted funds. And then we have the annual program funds. And the annual program funds are funded in two. That goes into the fund. And then the second thing is 3% of your permanent Rotary, Las Vegas Rotary Club Foundation, 3% of that at the end of the fiscal year, which is March, and then it's by Nevada law, it's smoothed by taking the last 3 years' numbers of that date. So it's a smooth number, so it doesn't go up and down with the markets. So that number then also gets distributed to the incoming president. And so, President Jim, you received right at around $55,000, which was the distribution. And so I've talked before to the club about how we redid the investment plan with an investment policy statement and all that stuff. It's all based on Nevada law, which is the Uniform Act that's been adopted by most states. So, and it's a perpetuity fund, and it's designed for the long term. Some of you may say, well, how did you do in the last quarter? Well, we were down in the last quarter. We've recouped a lot of that back as of our last board meeting with our managers, who are good managers. So I just want to remind you, this is long term, and we're looking for a portion of the portfolio to be long-term growth. And we know things like growth investments go up and down, but in the long run, historically, they've gone up. So just remember that the next time we get a real bear market, all right? That's point number one. We have two different funds. All right, point number two is that we have what's called the Tiberti Fellow. And the Tiberti Fellow is a designation you get when you give cumulatively $1,000 or more to the Las Vegas Rotary Foundation. Not international, that's the Paul Harris Fellowship. This is for the Rotary Foundation. Now, we will never say that you should give to one over the other. It's all important, and we're all in on Polio Plus. But you can see the benefits of having a growing, especially in perpetuity, a growing permanent foundation that can, on an ongoing basis, fund what our club determines to be worthy causes. I forgot to point out that the club board directs where those charitable contributions go. Legally, the foundation board has to ratify that. In other words, we give the official okay, and that's by law, because it's a separate legal entity from the club. It's the Rotary Club of Las Vegas Foundation. So in my knowledge, I've never seen the board of the foundation ever even question what the club wants to do, because they're all appropriate. All right, finally, we have our 100th anniversary coming up in 5 years. So we have a plan in place, and the plan is to be ready in 4 years. And so you as the club already have $60,000 that is in a short-term fund, very, very, safe investments, insured CDs, and government money market fund. And it is the intention of the incoming president, and I believe the president-elect, to carve out of their budget $10,000 so that by the time we are a year ahead of our 100th anniversary, that we'll have $100,000. Now, in our last board meeting last week, there was some question, I guess, through the district governor. I missed his meeting, where there may be some matching grants. So obviously, we're researching that. So even though we're 4 years away from wanting to know what we want to do to make a big splash, we still need to start thinking about it. We don't have to have a decision now. Things change in 4 years, but we do have to start thinking about it. As you know, the junior achievement has been one of the things that we're obviously looking at, but we also want to look at more things. By way of example, I will tell you, and Steve Casey, I forget if it was our 75th anniversary or 80th anniversary, but we wanted to do something meaningful. And so the board, in conjunction with the foundation board, decided to fund a railroad cottage, which is now at the old town at the Springs Preserve. One of those homes was courtesy of the Rotary Club of Los Angeles. Getting tell you, it's your foundation. Obviously, all members are invited to the foundation board meetings. If you have any questions, just ask, and we're an open book. Does anybody have any questions? Our president says I have time for one or two. No questions. Perfect. Can I just say one more thing? No, I do want to say this seriously. So there's a young man who's undergoing spinal surgery right now. His father was an Air Force colonel. He's retired now. Their whole family has defended me and my family for decades. So it's a question, number one, if he lives, and he's an 18-year-old boy, his son, their son, and it's a question of if he'll be paralyzed, which he is now. So however you think about things, according to your own beliefs, think about him today.
Thank you. Thank you for the update and sharing. We have just about 3 or 4 minutes for a little bit of fellowship, and then I'll be back with a further round of announcements. Okay, we have quite a bit to do today. Just like to remind everybody that we have our membership cards that Stu Lipoff made for us. They're right at the badges, so when you check out today, grab one, and so you have a way to invite somebody back to see how great our club is. The district gala is going to be Saturday, March 16th. It's at the World Furniture Center, right at the Spaghetti Bowl. So it's right in our backyard, so I encourage everybody to sign up and go. District Conference is May 3rd and 4th. It's in Anaheim, California. And for those of you with kids, there are programs for them. And, of course, Disneyland is right there as well. And the Corzine Super Build is on May 18th. Could you take the microphone over to Jackie Thornhill, please?
Hi, everyone. I just want to give you an update on our annual fundraiser. You all should have gotten the email that we've partnered up with Spread the Word Nevada. Yay! That gives us, yay! So we are going to donate some proceeds, but it'll be a percentage, so we don't know what that is yet. But that is going to be a great partnership for us to draw some people from the outside to come to the event. Please get some of these updated save the date cards that are on the table over there. They have the logo for Spread the Word Nevada on there, so please get them and pass them around. We want to sell tickets outside of this club. And that brings me to the next. Tickets will be available starting next Thursday. We're having the tickets printed now. They're $60 each. So just as in the raffle fundraiser, we're asking each of us to buy tickets, sell them to family and friends, co-workers. We have budgeted for a minimum of 300 attendees. Ryan says that his generate for the foundation. Please share the Facebook posts on your walls, on your timelines, and ask your friends to share. That's some very inexpensive called $0 marketing that we need to get the word out, because we will be purchasing Facebook ads and billboards later on, but right now let's take advantage of marketing through $0 with our Facebook posts. So please go on Facebook and share and like those Facebook posts and send them through your Facebook timelines, please.
Thank you. If you could talk to us a little bit about the foundation matching points as well.
And the second thing we have is we are still on the foundation match. We started it last week. Some of you have already taken advantage. If you're interested in stepping up in your Paul Harris Fellowship level, please get a hold of me, and I will prepare a form, and I will give you how much you need to get to the next level. Just get a hold of me by email or phone, please.
Thank you. So to summarize, please use Facebook to spread the word. I couldn't resist it. Could you take the microphone to Jamel, please, to talk to us about RILA?